As every parent knows, children's feet never seem to stop growing. But buying new, well-fitting school shoes can be expensive, leaving some youngsters with no choice but to continue with worn-out or badly fitting footwear. For some children, this can damage their self-esteem. Some may not want to go to school at all because they feel they'll stand out. It's this potential for missing out on education which led to the beginnings of the Coventry-based charity, the Coventry Children's Boot Fund. The charity provides funding for children to have well-fitting school shoes so they don't lose out on school friends or education.
I got involved when I was then called a school attendance officer, and it was back in the early 80s, and the first house that I ever went to visit, the mother said, well, she can't go to school, she hasn't got any shoes. And I said, oh, don't be silly, of course she's got shoes. Turned out she'd only got flip-flops. So I went back into school and I said, right, I don't know what to do, this girl's only got flip-flops, where do I go? They said, you go to the Boot Fund.
The fund works closely with schools, teachers and members of staff to identify families in need across Coventry. The Boot Fund was set up 125 years ago at a time of great poverty. Unfortunately, even today, there are children who have no choice but to wear ill-fitting or leaking shoes in the winter. Former world 5,000 metre record holder Coventry's Dave Moorcroft remembers children in his class benefiting from the Boot Fund, which is why he became involved in the charity.
All through my life at different stages, as a school kid in secondary school and then as a teacher, I was kind of aware of the impact of the Boot Fund and the importance of it. Something so basic as a child, being able to have something on their feet that is substantial, that protect them. And it's one of the most basic things that get you through the day, really, through whatever the weather. So for me, it was just it's been a charity that's existed for so many years and done so much good that it was just a pleasure to become the patron.
When a member of school staff can see a child in need, the school contacts their family to ask if they'd like to apply for help. If approved by the Boot Fund, the family are given a voucher to take to a registered shoe shop, where the child will be measured and kitted out with well-fitting school shoes. The child gets to pick their shoes from the school selection, giving them the same experience as any other youngster.
To us, they're just another child, another customer. But sometimes you're seeing the smile on their faces because they're getting a decent pair of shoes. They love it.
Coventry pharmacist Deepak Lodhia is among those who put their best foot forward to raise money for the Boot Fund.
It's not just the fact it's about a pair of shoes. It's about the fact that you're releasing funds so that they've got money to spend on other things that are necessities, and the families that are in these positions, they have to make choices, and they're quite difficult choices, and to be able to do that and be in the position that they're in, it's quite tough.
The Coventry Children's Boot Fund receives no government funding and relies on the kindness of donations and sponsorship. If you can or are interested in supporting us, either as an individual or through business sponsorship, please do get in touch.